Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. Hopefully the new year is treating you all well. Hopefully those resolutions haven't already gone by the wayside. I was streaming the other day and it inspired this entire video here, and I'm excited to get into it because I genuinely believe behind skill-based matchmaking, this is the biggest problem with COD now, and why there is such a disconnect between old school COD fans and like the current product that we're seeing year after year. And that problem to me are the kill streaks. Absolutely, it has to be the kill streaks. I think that is the biggest problem with the game. So again, just a quick recap. I was streaming the other day, twitch.tv/NerosCinema. I don't stream that often. It's actually pretty rare, but if you need a place to go dump your Prime subs, feel free to do it there, man. Us YouTubers definitely use all the help we can get in January. It's the worst time of the year to be a COD YouTuber. But we're streaming there and we're playing through 6v6, going through our matches and everything, and I was noticing, like, it seems to me, after I get the Mastery Camo, that the game really stops being as fun. Without something to go for, without something to work towards, right? Like, I have Interstellar, I still have Orion, of course, from Modern Warfare 2, which I'm using here in this gameplay, and so I have all the Mastery Camos. I have nothing really to grind for in the game. Levels are irrelevant, thanks to Prestige mode not being a thing, and once you get your Interstellar Camo, it's like, well, man, I don't feel like I have as much to grind for, and I'm trying to think in my head, like, why is that? Like, why do I feel like COD isn't as fun now? Obviously, skill-based matchmaking is going to be at the very top of the discussion for most people when you bring this up, but I think the second part, honestly, is the kill streaks. When we look back at old games like Modern Warfare 2, which all those maps were remastered for this game, have you noticed that back then, the maps seemed to play a lot better? It may just be rose-tinted glasses, it may be nostalgia fogging our memory. You could also argue that Modern Warfare 2, the original one, was a much different game. I mean, different movement, different weapons, different perks, but most importantly to me, different kill streaks, right? When I play Modern Warfare 3 now, and I don't have camos to go for, I don't have rank to go for or anything, I'm just playing normal-ass domination, what am I really going for in that match? Obviously, I try to do well and I try to win, but that mostly just involves running around and shooting people and dealing with skill-based matchmaking, dealing with people sweating and all that kind of thing, you know? I don't have the kill streaks to go for anymore, and you guys may have picked up on this over the years as you've watched my channel here. Like, how often do I run the high streaks in any Call of Duty really whatsoever? I don't. I mean, right here, I'm using UAV, counter UAV, and the sentry gun, and I never used to rock the sentry gun back in the day because it was a garbage kill streak and you had way more fun streaks to go for. The reason why I run these low streaks here is because the higher streaks just aren't worth it anymore, and I think it comes down to three things. Kill streaks now compared to the glory days, we'll call it like the golden era of COD, you know, OG Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, you know, back when kill streaks were powerful, compared to now, the kill streaks are harder to obtain, not only because of skill-based matchmaking, but the sheer kill or score cost alone. They're weaker than they were before, they're not nearly as powerful, and spawn protection is wild, and they're also way easier to take down. Like, here's a clip from that same stream.
Oh no, guys, they have an Overwatch Helo. I'm not gonna change classes. Wow, that was a fun kill streak you had.
Mind you, that was not like set up or anything like that. That was literally just me shooting my gun, and apparently one of my teammates had a rocket launcher. But regardless, like, you guys know what it's like when you play the game. Unless you're getting the streaks yourself, or maybe you have a buddy that likes to run high streaks, how often do you see any kill streaks ever happening within Modern Warfare 3? Mostly you get UAV spam. Occasionally a Predator missile comes down. Maybe now and then you'll get like the Overwatch helicopter or whatever the hell it's called. But other than that, kill streaks are kind of really just a non-factor. Everybody just spams UAVs and counter UAVs because there's really no sense in going for anything else. They aren't that good. They aren't that rewarding. In the original Modern Warfare 2, it didn't matter that half of us, probably even more than that, ended up accidentally or intentionally getting into a 10th Prestige lobby, and therefore we unlocked every gun, every attachment, every camo, everything back in the day, yet the game was still fun. We still put 20 more days of playtime into the game, even though we had nothing genuinely to grind for. Well, I think the reason why that is because every single match, you had something to go for. You need only get a 5 kill streak, and that gets you your Predator missile. That Predator missile might get you your 2 kills to get yourself a Harrier. Your Harrier, then you go hide in the corner somewhere, might just end up taking out the opposing team enough to get you your AC-130 or your Chopper Gunner, and now you're in business. You're having fun. You've got a Chopper Gunner, you've got an AC-130, you've got a tactical nuke that you didn't have to go on a 30 gun streak to get. You could get it via your kill streaks. It was more fun then, right? I genuinely believe it was, because every match of normal respawn game modes was enjoyable for me because you always had your kill streaks to go for. You're sitting there trying to level up your guns, or maybe you're trying to play the objective or whatever. You find yourself on a 3 kill streak. You're like, oh shit, a 3 kill streak back then felt incredible because you knew 2 kills away from a predator. That predator probably gets you your Harrier. Your Harrier might get you your Pavlo or your emergency airdrop or whatever it is you're going for. It was fun. You know, it was really fun going for those kill streaks. They definitely changed the entire flow of the match. And also, I think it's a big reason why COD blew up to be as popular as it was back when, because the kill streaks fundamentally made the game feel unique and they felt rewarding and they were interesting and it was just awesome. But we don't have that anymore. And I'm wondering why. And I'm trying to think, I always try to look at it from the perspective of the game developers. I try to look at it from the perspective of obviously myself, but like the community in general. I'm wondering what a game like Modern Warfare 2 would be like with the current community. The current community is all about slide canceling and jump shotting and CDL skins and Mountain Dew game fuel and wherever the hell else. What if all those people, instead of sliding around constantly and doing stuff like that, were more focused on the old mentality of trying to get your kill streaks? Would games be completely dominated by kill streaks compared to what they were back in the day? And would that be better or worse for the community? That's really hard to say. It is. I mean, we'd have to test it out, obviously. Where's that experimental playlist, by the way? They got rid of that like pretty soon after launch and we haven't seen it since, and I'm really hoping they don't give up on that because I thought the experimental playlist here in Modern Warfare 3 was a great idea. But I'm wondering, what would the game be like if kill streaks were more powerful, if there was less spawn protection, if there was more incentive to get kill streaks, and maybe they weren't so ridiculously difficult to get? Like, I'm just making up stats here, but you know, back in the day, a chopper gunner was an 11 kill streak. I think it was only a 9 kill streak in Black Ops 1, but the thing about that game was kill streaks did not stack, so you had to get a genuine 9 kill streak. You would go like Blackbird, chopper gunner, dogs, and then just rain down death and destruction, which was always a great feeling. But again, you take a 9 kill streak or an 11 kill streak, and I think comparatively nowadays, the chopper gunner is more like a 13, 14, maybe even a 15 kill streak. I'd have to really check because usually going for kills in a game like Modern Warfare 3 is not worth it. I think most people set it so they have to earn score as compared to getting kills, but I think that's also because skill-based matchmaking is so ridiculous. You need all the help you can get from your UAVs, your assists, your capture points, your defending objectives and stuff like that, like the medals that pop up. You need all the help you can get to get your kill streaks, but even then, they get shot down so easily because every gun is so powerful. Like, what is even the point of rocking a rocket launcher? Like, I can't even believe that in that clip I showed you guys earlier that it looked like somebody on my team was actually using a rocket launcher, because they've been useless since the launch of Modern Warfare 2. Like, everyone learned pretty early on, there's no sense in rocking a launcher. They're completely pointless. Literally just shoot your gun. Like 2 magazines in, it's gone. UAVs up in the sky, shoot your gun. 1 magazine, it's gone. You know, it blows my mind how weak kill streaks are when they used to be such a fundamental core part of the Call of Duty multiplayer experience. And I think that is one of the reasons why COD nowadays seems to not have the same shelf life that it used to. And that could be due to a number of factors, obviously, but I think in general, when people are done grinding their levels, I think when they're done grinding their camos or things like that, that their playtime tends to fall off a cliff. Regardless of new maps coming out and new guns coming out, they may come back for a little bit, but in general, the core gameplay loop of COD, you may hear that a lot when you're hearing about reviews and things, but the gameplay loop of the COD multiplayer has fundamentally changed between 2010 and 2024. And obviously it probably should in 14 years, but I feel like kill streaks were a core part of the multiplayer experience. I think they were something that made every single match feel more dynamic and more interesting, as compared to being annoyed at the person sweating on the other team or your teammates not playing the objective. You could win games yourself by playing the objective and popping out those kill streaks and trying to win that way. It was a fun, dynamic experience, but now we don't have that anymore, because the kill streaks, again, going back to it, are harder to get than they used to be, not only because of skill-based matchmaking, but because they require more kills and more score than what we had to do back in the day. They are weaker than they were before. They don't do as much damage. Spawn protection's crazy. And last but not least, they're incredibly easy to counter. Like, if we were to go back to the OG Modern Warfare 2 nowadays, somebody calls in a Harrier, do you think for a second 5 people on the other team aren't going to immediately shoot that thing out of the sky? That's just how the community is now, so they'd have to like rebalance things. I don't know if we'll ever go back or ever get another COD title where kill streaks genuinely felt incredible and they were a reason why you wanted to sign in and play, and they gave you something to go for every single match. I don't know, maybe someday that'll happen again, but for right now, I mean, I'm sitting here popping freaking sentry guns and UAVs and like, woo, this is fun. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the same as it used to be, and maybe I'm just the old head here talking about the good old days. I have been doing this for 13 years now, but I genuinely believe the game would be better if kill streaks were more of a factor, which was the focus of this video here today, and I wanted to gauge your guys' feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.